Alright, so on today's video, I'm showing you how to replace the needle on your machine. Now in theory, it's extremely easy to change this out. Once you get used to it, you'll be a pro at it pretty quickly. But there's a few things that I do to make this process a lot easier, and hopefully you learn something from it too. Alright, so coming to our machine, I'm going to be changing needle number 1 on this Smartstitch 1001 today. And there are several needles that I use for these machines. 90% of the time, 7511s, which are these, are what's on the machine. And I use 7511s, titanium needles. There are also regular 7511 needles that you can use. The advantage of using titanium needles is they stay sharper for longer, so they have a longer work use. The typical life of a regular 7511 or pretty much any embroidery needle is about 6 to 8 hours of use. So if you've had it for 6 to 8 hours, it's time to pop in a new one. Now, you may not have changed your needle in a while, and you're like, well, mine works completely fine, and that's okay. But if you want to have your machine perform the best, just keep track. Every 6 to 8 hours, pop in a new one. Needles are extremely cheap, so I always preach just changing these out and always having a fresh pair of needles in there. All right, so I'm popping in a 7511 RG titanium. And you can always tell when a needle's titanium because they have like a gold coating on it. It's kind of a close-up of what one of these looks like. You can kind of tell they're gold. Let's change out the needle. Now, there is a front and a back side to every single embroidery needle. This may not be easy to see to the eye, but there's a flat side and then there's a side that has a channel on it. So the front is always considered the one that has the channel on it. And it's kind of hard to show you through the camera, so I'm just going to kind of illustrate it and draw it real quick. But all right, so this is the needle. Excuse my drawing skills here. But they're all typically like this. So here's your outline. Here's where the thread goes through. And you're gonna see that there's a small channel in between here. Now, the best way to feel this out, if you have a hard time looking at it, is you can put your fingernail and it'll lock in. So it won't allow you to move. And then there's a back side to this, and it's flat. So if you put it up against light, it's just flat. So the other side has a channel, which is the front side. The back side is always flat. You never want to install a needle on the flat side, because if you do, you're going to get immediate thread breaks. It never works. You're always going to run into trouble. So if you popped in a new needle and you immediately start having a ton of issues with it, check the placement of it, because it's more than likely backwards. All right, so going to our machine, Smartstitch has this blue screwdriver looking thing in your toolbox. So this is what you use to change this needle out. You can also use Allen wrenches. So if you ever lose this, you can use an Allen wrench and pop the needle out. So coming over here, you're gonna see a little screw on the side. It's an Allen screw. Just pop it in. Now I will warn you, only turn this about a half turn to 3/4 of a turn. You do not want to take the screw out. If you do, your whole assembly will fall off. So just like that, just very lightly. And then you want to, it'll just come out. So you just want to wiggle it out. And there's your needle. Now, I don't throw this away immediately. What we're going to do is we're going to pop in our new one. And again, you want to look for that channel. So do not install it on the flat side. So all right, I found my channel. Now I set it in, and then with the needle I just took out, make sure it's all the way up so you can't push it in anymore. And so I grab the old needle. So I grab the old needle and I put it in where the thread goes, and this helps me turn the needle. So right and left, right and left. All right, and as I'm looking at it, It's on the flat side, so this is backwards right now. So what I want to do is just turn it, and then go on this side, and turn it again. So this trick will save you and help you put it in the correct side. Now, once it's facing you, you always want to turn it to the 5 o'clock position. So that's just a little bit to the right. And then once that's set, you can take that old needle out, we bring our screw, and then we tighten again. And there you go. We just changed our needle. Now, if this foot remains down, we're gonna go to our screen over here. And there's two things you can do. You can go to your change head position. So if we hit 2, it'll pop the needle up, and then we go back to 1, and then it's up. You can also hit the 100 button. So hit 100, return shaft to 100, and then it popped up the needle. So hopefully you successfully changed out your needle. Again, remember there's a front side and a back side. The front side always has a channel, so you're gonna see a little tiny sliver in the front, and then the back side is just flat. So look out for that because you don't want to install your needle backwards. So hopefully you learned something new. Hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys soon.